welcome to another video. So today we are going to be answering the old age question. How do you work 14-hour days without losing focus? So as you can tell, I'm quite energetic today. And would you believe that it's actually midnight on a Friday? That's right. So how does one focus for hours and hours and hours and not lose focus? Well, the answer is pretty simple. As you can probably tell, my trick is not actually drinking coffee and drinking monsters and hearing loud music, although that actually helps. So if you're trying to work for a long period of time, I would definitely say that both energetic drinks and some music will help you. But what actually helps people work long-term 14-hour days, because it's really easy to work 14 hours on a given day. It's not easy to work 14 hours every day. And if you want to get to the point where you can actually do focused work, do quality work, do very, very important and good work in a day, and then have a second day afterwards, if you can start the day, if you want to start the day at 6 a.m. and finish the day at 8-9 p.m., then you gotta really understand that the main thing behind the people that actually are able to work 100-hour weeks, weeks on end, months on end, years on end, is not actually the quick fixes. It's not actually the caffeine, coffee, whatever you want to call it. It's actually that you want to be doing what you're doing. And that doesn't mean you will always enjoy it. But yes, we have just turned this video into a story about motivation. Because you know what? You can't actually work 14-hour days for years and years and years on end if you don't actually want to be doing what you're doing. And that's actually the main premise of this video. If you want to get rich, and by the way, I am not a billionaire here. I am not even a millionaire by many standards. I mean, you can make the case that I may be on paper, but I mean, I'm not rich, but I'm definitely well above the average in the entire world. So that's not a bad thing. So I may be qualified to talk about this to a certain extent. And so what I would tell you, as someone that has spent the last 6 years building a company that has gotten to a profitable stage and is making more money in a month than most people I know make in a year, at least the people that grew up with me, because obviously my business friends, many of them actually make more money than me. But if you want to build an organization that's solid, that's big, you need to put in the work. But you can't just put in the work to do something for the likes, for the Instagram. And that's a message that I don't think comes across frequently. And I've been lucky to accidentally stumble on this weird YouTube channel where I basically keep on doing videos because I get to practice my English, which is useful for the meetings and the stuff that I actually do on a professional capacity. And this week, last week I spent basically the week flying, going over meetings, going over trains and tubs and stuff. I was in London for the whole week, and hopefully I was actually unable to record videos over there, which was unfortunate, but unfortunate, because I was actually hoping to record some stuff over there for you guys, but I was unable to, and so I ended up just recording this weird video here, and hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be back there and I'll be able to show you the penthouse on Canary Wharf. But for the meantime, I just want to tell you that something that I realized over there while I was just traveling and going from place to place and getting Ubers and going in the tub and going outside the train and stuff, is that it's not really about how much energy you spend. I mean, I won't say that human energy is unlimited, but there is a lot of fuel in the tank. The question is there inspiration in the tank? Is there actually something inside of you that wants to get up and to do the hard things? Because it's really hard to do something even if you have a lot of energy and you have a lot of rest in your body, if you don't actually want to do it. And I see a lot of people that they try to look for the quick fix, more caffeine, more looking at the books because they need to study, because they need to impress their parents, more working hard at the job, whatever that means, just staying more hours in the office looking at Facebook pictures because they need to put in the hours. That's not useful. That is useless. I mean, if you want to work 14-hour days, you need to actually make sure that you are doing 14 hours of work. If you, I said 40, I meant 14. As you can see, the time does affect me to some extent. Like, I started today at around 7 a.m. and currently now it's midnight. So midnight, that's about, I have not done the math, but it's probably It's a couple hours. It's close to 14. If it's not, it's either 13 or 15. So it's a long time. And this is to say that I am energetic as well, as you can say. As you can see, even if I'm not making a lot of sense. The reason I'm also not making a lot of sense is because usually I have a couple notes prepared, but I just wanted to show up here and show you guys that I have not gone away. And hopefully you'll see me a lot more of me. So my company is actually getting bigger. My organization has now expanded in a more meaningful way to the UK, and hopefully we'll be opening up an office in the US within the next 2 years. I don't have a specific date in mind, and I don't want to throw a number that's unrealistic out there, but I'll be going to Miami within the next few months to actually take care of some business stuff over there. So maybe even sooner than that, and I'm excited for the future. And I want to leave you guys with this, which is that if you find your mission, and you don't need to find the mission. You don't need to find one mission forever and for all eternity, because I think that's really depressing. But if you find your mission for the next long term, your mission for the long term, even if it's not the last one, but the big one, something that really gets you excited, something that tells you that, you know, this is meaningful, you know, this makes a difference. This is not just some usual thing that everybody does. I mean, if you find that thing, that if you do it, I mean, you know inside of you that you've actually done something great, something extraordinary. If you find a thing and you try to accomplish it, you may just find something that gives you energy to work 10, 12, 14-hour days on end, just straight work. You know, I'll tell you a quick story. Last Christmas, I think, no, the Christmas before that, you know, I spent 40 hours on the Christmas day working. And people here ask me, because I was in Portugal, and I'm in Portugal this week, and so Portuguese people, they like the sun, they like resting, they like to wait and maybe something will happen, and usually that doesn't happen. But people here usually like to take it easy, and so people got really surprised. I mean, why would you be working at the 40-hour day? A 40-hour day, literally a 40-hour day, yeah, on the Christmas day? And the answer is very simple. It's because I don't work because I'm forced to. I work because I want to. I'm building the business I have because I want to. I work with the people I work with because I want to. And the moment you start doing the things that you want to, you will actually be able to define whether or not you should be working, whether or not you should not be working. Because a lot of people confuse physical activity with loss of energy. Physical activity does not necessarily mean that you will run out of energy. And the point in case here is that a lot of people are afraid of working 14-hour days, because, you know, you will get exhausted, you will burn out. And I find burnout quite an interesting idea, because if people were burned out, then everyone will burn out. Because if you notice, besides the 8 hours that people spend sleeping, everyone actually spends 16 hours doing things. Have you ever thought about it? That's actually something that I find quite interesting, how people that claim working too much can be bad for you don't realize that everyone is doing something for 16 hours of the day. Literally everyone. The people that burn out, the people that don't burn out, everyone's doing something. I mean, there's kids playing 16 hours of Minecraft straight, and they seem fine. They seem pretty happy, actually. A lot of kids, not just Minecraft. A lot of games, a lot of people playing a lot of games for a lot of time, and some of them don't even get the 8 hours of sleep. You know, some of them are playing on 4 hours for months on end, and months and years. Some do it even professionally, and they don't burn out. So how come that some people are burnt out? The answer is very simple, because they're not doing what they want to do. They're not doing what they know their purpose should be doing. And it's late enough, and it's been a while since I did a video, so I feel free enough and alright enough to tell you that if you are doing stuff that you don't want to be doing, I mean, maybe you're paying the price today, and if you are paying the price today so that you can pay any price tomorrow, I actually respect that. I actually think you're doing the right thing, but to a certain in a crazy certain way, you are actually doing what you want. You just paying the price because you know things will get better. But if you are not, if what you're doing does not actually play in a long-term strategy that you have, if you don't think what you're doing will actually get you to the place you want to be at, if you don't even know where you want to be at, I would advise you to reconsider what you're doing, because we all get 24 tickets, 24 coins a day to spend. And if you spend your coins 8 on sleep and 16 on stuff that it's not really building what you want to build, it's not really giving you the life you want to lead, I mean, it may be time to reconsider it. And that doesn't mean you're going to have fun every time. I mean, I am lucky to be able to travel the world accidentally, because I'm not even the travel guy. I am not the guy that goes to travel to see the places and stuff. I'm always on the clock, moving fast, and that's the way I like it. I like it moving fast. I like it 3 cities in one day. That's what gets me my juice flowing, my juice is going. But a lot of people, they just went to live the life they want to live, but they don't actually take the steps, the efforts, the thought needed to actually get there. And I really am trying to convey this message in this video, which is that you can actually do what you want. You can actually do and build the life that you want. A lot of people will tell you, you gotta wait. And then once you wait a lot, you become too old. And now you can't because you're too old. So you can't build the life you want because you're too young. And you gotta do what other people do. Then you are too old. And so now it's too late. I mean, have you considered you may be living in the excuses of others? That's right. I mean, and maybe if you're watching this video, if you're the kind of person that's watching this video, this probably does not apply for you, or this might not apply for you at this point in time, but it might apply to you later on. Or maybe it does apply to you, just in not the same strong sense that it could apply to other people that will never watch this video, because they're not the kind of people that actually want to improve their condition. They just want to feel bad about themselves. But if you want to work a lot of time and not lose focus, because that's also the point. It's not just spending a lot of time playing the game, it's playing the game well after you spend a lot of time putting in chips, stacking chips. And by the way, there's no honor, there's no pride in working a long time. There's no pride in working hard. There's only pride in the results. And so if the result is not up to standard, if it's not the result you wanted that you're getting, then the effort doesn't matter. And if the effort you are putting in is actually resulting in something, then you will get where you want to go. I have always been someone that believes that it is impossible to fail if you give it your all. If you give it your all, amazing pronunciation, I know. If you give it your all, you cannot fail. It is literally impossible to fail. I have never met a human being that was not capable of achieving his worldly goals, his human basic goals, because most goals it's actually pretty attainable. I mean, Elon Musk going to Mars, I mean, that's pretty tough. That one is pretty tough, but it's actually attainable. I mean, if you put everything that you got, I mean, plenty of people would probably get there. But there's only one guy actually doing it. You know why? It's not just because he's a genius. It's because he's the only genius that was brave enough to actually take the leap in order to do something genius. Genius is not an adjective. It's an action. It's a result. Genius is not an IQ point. An IQ number. Genius is an action. It is a result. It is something that was built. Genius people are not genius because they were very smart and book-wise. Smart genius people were genius because of what they built, what they created. And those people were able to burn the midnight oil because they were actually enjoying the game they were playing. To a certain degree, I would say that a lot of people that achieve big things, incredible things, extraordinary things that most people don't even understand how can be achieved, I'd say those people actually have a superpower of ignoring the noise and leaning into the madness. Because when you start working and pushing and shoving and doing stuff that's really, really tough, you start actually meeting madness to a degree. As you can probably tell, I mean, it's midnight here and I am definitely going over that barrier here in this video. This is really an infrequent video, but I felt like doing something that's a bit more out of the ordinary for the purposes of actually keeping the channel engaging, and also because I didn't really know what to talk about right now, and I am getting slightly tired, but I still got a lot of energy. I'm still packing a lot of heat, and I wanted to show you what keeps me going, because what keeps me going is the mission. I like the mission. I have fun at the mission, and if you are watching this and doing something else and you just want my company, I'm gonna tell you, I mean, you should be focusing on the mission. The mission is great. You should not be wanting 4-hour work weeks. Actually, my main office is in Portugal, and people here want the 4-hour work week. I mean, you people are insane. You want the government to tell you how much you can work. I mean, if you actually enjoyed your work, would you want to work less or work more? So why don't you enjoy your work? And it's not because of your boss, by the way. It's not your boss, it's not your company, it's not your circumstances, it's not the universe that's making you not like your work. It's actually you. I heard once a billionaire actually. I was at an event in Birmingham, in the UK, and there was a billionaire in the room, and the guy told us, this is actually a true story that I was not planning on telling, and the guy actually told us, wherever you go, there you are. And that's really the true meaning of this sentence, is exactly that. Wherever you go, there you are. If you are not happy where you are now, and you switch, but you don't change your mind, you don't change the process you are using to get wherever you want to get, if you don't change your goals, if you don't change your principles, if you don't change the way you're thinking, you might just end up in a different place, but with the same person inside. And hopefully I'm getting my point across here. What I'm trying to tell you is really simple. I mean, if you are unhappy, it is your fault, and that's a great thing. That is an amazing thing, because if you find out how to actually have fun, and I'm not saying happy in the sense of just let's go to the beach and have fun and surf the waves. When I say have fun and being happy, I mean actually doing something that's fulfilling in the long term, because it's really easy to be momentarily happy. It's not easy at all to be happy in the long term. It's not easy at all to do incredibly difficult things and enjoy the process, because a lot of people, everyone, not a lot of people, basically everyone will tell you, enjoy the process, you know, the happiness is in the journey, that journey sucks, the journey is tough, the journey is terrible, but it's inside the madness of the toughness of the journey that you actually find fun. And by the way, this might not apply to everyone. I've met a lot of people. I mean, last week I just met 2 girls that have a business, my age, had a business the size of mine, and they work very few hours a week, you know. I wish I was that smart, but if you're watching this, you probably are a dumbass like me, and so I am not able to work 4 hours a week and build a big business. But damn, I was able to build $1 million business working a lot of hours. And so if you tell me, would you rather work a few hours a week and not build anything, or working many hours a week and build something that's actually tangible, that actually has 4 walls and a couple employees and a couple cities working with us? I mean, fuck, I don't mind that. I don't mind putting in the work. I mean, there's a result, there's an output out there. So if you are putting in the work and there's an output coming off, then it's worth it. And I had to, by the way, just out of curiosity, just if you think, I mean, but if I was seeing the results, I would definitely do it. I mean, most people, including me, we did not see the results for a long time. They took a long time to actually see any kind of results. And I made a bet. I mean, I am still like under the trapdoor. I am still like, you can probably notice that my English is still terrible, although it's been improving for the last few months. And that's actually because I've been speaking and having a lot of meetings and doing just a lot of eggshells, you know, the handshakes. The more hands you shake, the more deals you make. And so I've just been shaking hands and trying to make deals. And it's tough, but it gets less tough with time, and you get better. And suddenly there's actually an output to the actions you're taking. You're actually taking actions and you're getting results. That's amazing. And you know, I mean, you can always power up your output with a couple Monster Energies and a couple loud speakers, pumping music. But at the end of the day, what actually will make you strive to continue is victories toward your goal, toward your mission. So if you have a mission and you keep stacking the chips and you keep pushing and you get slight but small but continuous victories over and over, if you're still winning, even if the victory is not huge, you will be motivated to keep on working hard. You don't need to rest the 10 hours a day, even though like all this stuff helps, but at the end of the day, if you want to do a lot of work and you want to be focused and you want to be productive and you want to be effective and you want to actually generate an output that is meaningful to you and to the mission that you are trying to accomplish, it's not about the strategies, the tactics, it's about wanting to get where you are going. It's about wanting to achieve the mission that you are on. It's about fulfilling your dreams instead of fulfilling someone else's dreams. Because in the end of the day, it's not the caffeine, it's not the respiration levels, it's not the oxygen blood level, it's how much you want to put in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of work into what you're building. And so that's my message to you. I mean, if you don't feel like you can work 14 hours a day focused, don't try to change things that are not really relevant. Don't try to change the little things. Try to think about what is actually driving you. You know, remove the distractions, burn the boats, stop having plan Bs, stop doing stuff on the side, stop trying to kind of hedge your bets and do the stuff that other people that don't have any money try to tell others they should do, you know, hedging your bets and stuff. Do not hedge your bets. I mean, successful people that can push achieve and have actually make a difference in the little countries, in big countries, people that I'm thinking about right now, but the people in Portugal that I did not get the chance to meet, but they did some big things. I mean, a lot of people in history went down doing big things. Those were people that did not hedge their bets and did not try to do what others wanted to do. They were people that had a mission and they went on to accomplish the mission. And some didn't even accomplish the mission, but they got so far. I mean, they got so close, they're still remembered today. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, maybe that inspires you. Maybe you are the kind of person that wants to be remembered. Maybe you're the kind of guy that wants to build a legacy. Maybe you're just some crazy guy like me that just wants to build stuff. You don't even know specifically what you want to build, but you know it's big. And you know that the more you build, the easier it gets to build more things. The easier it gets to build relationships, to build big buildings, to build knowledge, to build whatever you want to build. So maybe you're a builder, maybe you are a legacy guy, maybe you are a recognition guy, whatever you are. I mean, just choose your path and go at it and find something that actually fulfills you on the long term. And I guarantee you, I mean, if you are on the right mission, shit, you can be sleepless, you can have lack of coffee, lack of light, lack of everything, lack of water even, and you will still be pushing, because the mission overrides everything. The mission is more important than the additives around you. And so that's my message to you. This was a pretty long video and a little bit pointless, but not completely, because hopefully I've inspired a handful of people to actually look inside to what's stopping them from doing the work. Because at the end of the day, if you want to do the work, if you want to get far, I mean, you gotta actually sit down and do the work. And the only way that you're going to do the work is if the work you're doing is the kind of work you want to do. And it doesn't mean you're gonna like the work you're doing, but you gotta like the end result that the work will produce. I hate half of the stuff I am doing every day, but you know what? I love the result that I get from it. I love that I'm getting closer to the mission. And that's how you gotta feel as well. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a great week.